Ooh, Nintendo. And it's Super Mario World with those sprites. Alright, that's what it is. Super Mario World with those sprites. This one is Icy Inferno. I forgot to do translate, but I don't think that's Spanish. It's just some eyes looking at me. Yes, I do have a fun little story about... Oh, it's right there. Imagine using everything for redrawn except the sprite. It's a bit of an odd choice. I've seen people do it. I don't really like the redrawn sprites all that much, but I really do appreciate the effort put in. I chose poorly. Okay, I can take the actual Goomba, not a Galoomba, that's a legit Goomba, and punt it repeatedly into the wall and into its brother. Anyway, fun story was I was out when the transition happened, because this was Saturday. I went to the metal show, and then afterwards I went and got some food. The metal show was decent. Like, I'm not into death metal or dark metal or whatever specific class of metal this was, but it was fun. Got to watch people moshing. Might have gotten in if I was a younger man and was wearing closed-toed shoes. But neither of those being the case. Anyway, afterwards, got some food, decided to go play pinball a little bit before things closed. And the show let out at like 11 or something. By the time I got back to more roaming type areas, it was already pretty late. Kind of wanted to kill both of them, but I think we can get. Also, SMRPG volcano music is great. But yeah, I went to the pinball place. I was like, I'm not gonna get a beer, they close soon enough. And then right around 2 a.m. I was like, alright, if you guys are all cool, you can stay until 3. And I'm like, oh shit, they decided to let you do that. And I'm like, well, now I gotta get a beer and hang out for the duration. This doesn't happen every day. And yeah, no, they let people stay in. Last game was called a little bit earlier than 3. I don't blame on that one. But yeah, last game was called at like 2:40, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with that. Autoscroller, could see the cutoff at the bottom. Yep. Got it. Like certain death metal songs. This band, there were a couple of local bands. I don't know who the first two were. I think, honestly, the second one, the one from Portland, probably had the best. At least it had the crowd moving the most. So there was one from Seattle, one from Portland, and then one from Tokyo. They complained about it being cold in Seattle. I was a bit surprised to hear that, because the weather had actually been pretty nice. Right, it's icy. Yeah, the final band was Coffin, or Coffins. I'm not exactly sure. I do like the good droning. I like that from the death metal aspect, but I could really leave the vocals behind. It just doesn't do anything for me. I would do an impersonation here, but I'm pretty sure that will just kill my voice. Like, straight up. And that's the dominating factor to how long we're going tonight, is when I feel my voice going. That's when we're ending. Well, the level after my voice goes. Or the level before, you know what I mean. Yes. Boop. And boop. And boop. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Okay, I saw the Podobo. Okay, what is going on with all this mess? It's a lot of mess. Do I want the Goomba? As I get the Goomba. 'Cause why's the take? 24-hour silent stream. I think I've done a silent stream like once. Maybe once. Something sticks to you is one death metal song, sort of Castlevania dialogue. What a horrible night to have a curse, but it's not really about Castlevania at all, though. Huh. I don't think it is. By the Black. I'm gonna have to look that up. There was one time, I want to say I was beating Donkey Kong Country 3. I don't remember if it was on stream or not now. It was forever ago, and I just had some time, and I'm like, well, my mother's visiting, and I can't talk too loudly while she's taking a nap. I guess I'll play Donkey Kong Country 3 on stream, but muted. Good song. The drums are pretty intense. Oh yeah, no, they go real hard. Like, I can appreciate how difficult like doing that kind of thing is. Like, it's a lot of aerobic exercise doing like death metal drums, because you're doing like those blast beats and double bass pedaling and everything, and like drums are already exhausting even if you're not doing much more than, you know, your 4 on the floor kind of thing. It'd be nice if I could get through this area without getting hit. Mouth reading apps that translate to text. Make it like an old-timey silent movie. No, actually, no, I didn't just move my lips, it'd be weird. I don't know if I could actually do that. I don't know why I thought I could get away with that. What's kind of amazing is there's 2 mushrooms, and I've yet to really make good use of either of them. I've played Learn to Kaizo Kindergarten. Why do I die the way I die? It's just my nature. I can't believe I fell for that. I didn't even fall for it, I just kind of walked into it. The real question is, why do I keep picking these contests that have ice levels when I really don't really care for ice levels? Have a unique play style? Oof. That is a rough statement to make. One more bullet bill. Or not. I look forward to Fry's days coming back, so we can see the Fry's method of Kung Fu. One day. Did you ever play SMW on stream? I want to say all you guys did was play Fall Guys. One day. You did, actually. Okay. I think maybe all I ever caught was Fall Guys. Played Casio? Oh, dang. Okay. This time shall be different. I remain cautiously optimistic that'll be true, but you know. Fish. Got the first H in 30 minutes and stopped too easy. I mean, isn't the first level supposed to be the weed out level? Like, you can clearly do it then, huh? There we go. You know, in retrospect, I probably didn't even need to bother with that. It's not different at all, is it, Steve? I got the first H in Casio once. Took me less than 30 minutes. It was really easy. Because I had RPG movement. Then I forsook the rest of the game. And instead just went and beat Omega Fennel quickly. Oh, what a day it was. Dagnabbit. I should have just gone for the mushroom. I have technically beaten the final boss. This is true. In fact, I even put it as a short on YouTube, and it didn't do too well. I mean, honestly, I'm not even talking about the boss while fighting it. And given the way my setup works, it is not meant for shorts or TikTok videos, clips, what have you. Because, like, there's not that much to show. That's not the game, and you already have to clip the game to a pretty dang small size to fit the phone ratio. So... I do hate that the future is people broadcasting in phone ratio. It feels such a step backwards, you know? I have a giant 4K display. What should we watch? Oh, someone broadcasting in phone size. Oh, it's true. No! What's up, Zucati? How you doing? Bring back portable CRTs? Oh, wouldn't it be nice? It would be nice. You know, they had those, like, Barbie CRTs for a while, and those were, like, popular for people in the Smash community. The one I always wanted to acquire, and I don't know how I would even begin to find this, is they had pay televisions you'd find in Greyhound stations that were hooked up to the chairs. So it's kind of like one of those school desks where you can't, like, move the desk or anything, but it's a TV that's attached to a desk like that. And they used to have these in Greyhound stations, apparently. And I think that'd be absolutely friggin' hilarious to be your, like, the CRT you bring with you to a tournament. Be absolutely impractical for me to actually try to do such a thing. Given one, I don't play Smash tournaments, and two, like, moving that thing around, you can't take that on a plane. But it'd be hilarious. Be kind of like the guys who play Smash using the Resident Evil chainsaw controller. Oh, I just saw the cutoff. Chainsaw controller. Do like the Resident Evil chainsaw controller. Though, you know, like an awful lot of things, you can't get another one of those. Oh, what else? Oop. I mean, it's an auto-scroller. I should be able to do this. I'm dying in the same places. I just need to focus a little bit. My impatience will be my undoing. I looked over and didn't actually get myself tucked in properly. Ah. Ah. Just need to stop running into things. Like stationary fish. I'd say I'm getting tired, but honestly, I woke up at like 4 p.m. today. Between being sick and my sleep schedule being wrecked from earlier endeavors, it has not recovered. And I do need to get it to recover somewhat in the next few days. I've got a flight at 2 on Thursday. And because of that, I definitely need to do... I need to be able to get to the airport. Not really all that early. I need to be there about like little bit after noon. I finally decided last time I was on the East Coast I would finally get to pre-check. And dear God, what a difference it makes in terms of standing in line. Used it at GDQ, coming back from Minneapolis. Watch as I get hit again. Nope. Best part about going through that line was, dude, the TSA guy saying, oh, you know, they're gonna bring in real ID requirements soon. You need to get your enhanced driver's license. And me laughing at him. I'm like, yeah, sure, this year, uh-huh. They've been trying to do that for like 10 years now, and it's never going to happen. It just isn't. Like every year in the new year, when I'm traveling on the East Coast, I bring my passport just in case. Every year, like clockwork. Doesn't matter. Why? Because no one actually cares about it doing the enhanced ID thing. Pretty much. No! Oh. Ugh. That's where I died last time, too. Yeah, that's exactly where I died last time I got that far in the level. I died right there. Oh, you must be lagging pretty far then. Oh, autoscroller, you'll be the death of me. It's the problem with autoscrollers, is eventually you start getting bored of the parts you're good at and want to do other things. But that's not what you're supposed to do. Only by 7 hours. Man, you should switch to metric time. Amusingly, the French actually did switch to metric time for a short period of time. It proved to be disastrous. See, that's a better strat. Mostly because with everyone else using a 24-hour day, and no one else using crazy French time, you really couldn't get a lot done with any other country. Somehow I just knew it was going to keep going that way. Though honestly, I was going to say it's not that bad, but then it was that bad. Okay. It's only 11? Well, it seems like that's about right. Oh, 11, wait. It's at 11. More than you would expect. It says it's 2:40 right now, according to the clock in front of me. So it's 9 hours. Because our DST just ended. I don't know if you guys' DST is on a different schedule, but it wouldn't surprise me. Okay. No! I wasn't ready for that. I thought you were only 8 off. Or wait. Oh, how does this work? It's been a while since I've had to do time zone conversions. I used to work in a company where time zone conversions happened a lot, and now I don't deal with any time zones except EST and PST. And small derivatives thereof. Totally fair. Oh, right, no, because you're in Central European. Right, because I always work off of UTC. Because it's usually 7 or 8 off of UTC. But because you're not in UTC, you're in CET. That makes a difference. I forget where Europe is in terms of time zones fairly frequently. Because the only European time zone I've usually had to deal with is UTC. Donk. Imagine if you had different time zones. I just kind of assume you guys decided to go all in on the one time zone idea. Go full China on it. Al homie. Oh. That's a good time to take a handbrake. Ugh. What's up, Blue Ribbon? How was the stream? Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing something fun. We're playing Fortaleza Reznor contest entries because we couldn't decide on what to do once WLDC 1 turned out to be a terrible idea, full of crashing. And apparently I can't hold right. Thank you for the good luck. Wonder if Fries will do the thing before I have to get around to doing it. He does like it. He doesn't like it when I steal his job. Oh. Zelda 1 randomizer and then did a special GeoGuessr map with Arby's with the big hats. So one of my sisters lives vaguely near an Arby's, and every time I see it, I just think of the Pepsi Man commercials. Oh, what am I doing? In the Pepsi Man commercials, they're like an awful lot of, like, at least one of them was filmed in like LA near a beach, and they needed to hide the fact that you know, there are other brands involved, and so there's this just Arby's hat, and it doesn't say Arby's, it just says beef sandwich is delicious, and that's all it says. It just says beef sandwich is delicious in the background, and that always amuses me. Also, if you're not familiar with Pepsi Man, you should look up Pepsi Man because he's amazing. He was the Japanese mascot for Pepsi for a short period of time. And he's like a superhero, but he's also like super clumsy. And every time he like, people need Pepsi because they're thirsty, because they're like stuck in a desert, or there's just a kid who needs a Pepsi. The first one's actually pretty lame. And at the end, Pepsi Man always gets hurt in some dumb way, and then they show the can also being damaged in the same way. It's a really clever advertising campaign. And of course, the reason we in America know about him is because of the Pepsi Man video game they made, which is like a temple runner type of game. And is, by all accounts, pretty good. I actually own a physical copy of Pepsi Man and the ability to play it. So the more you know. One of these days, we'll Pepsi Man. One of these... Oh, come on. Only watch the Angry Video Game Nerds video on Pepsi Man? Yeah. It's good. It has Mike Butters in it. Oh, no, about the game, didn't know there's... Oh, there's a lot more to it. There's a YouTube documentary about Pepsi Man. I would highly recommend, if you have the time, to go watch it, because it is something. Dude did this research and managed to get like high quality rips of all of the Pepsi Man adverts, including a few that weren't really seen outside of Japan for a long time. How am I gonna play Heroes 3? Wait, what? What's Heroes of Might and Magic? How? After I finish Baldur's Gate 2 7 years from now is probably the easiest answer to that. He's in a fighting game, an unlockable. Lose a fight, yeah. He is silly. But it's kind of the point. He's also very international and American and cool stuff. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff about, like, how the advertising campaign worked in that documentary. Would highly recommend watching it. You know, that works a lot better. I might just do that next time. Copy your CD? Probably copy. I mean, probably CD that's sitting in Demon Tools. Because it's a lot easier than switching discs every 14 seconds. Because I don't know if it's a properly mastered disc in that way. I mean, an awful lot of, like, 14 CD games did it with chapters, and so you were always moving forward. But we already know Baldur's Gate 2 is not that kind of a game. I suspect Heroes of Might and Magic isn't either. But yeah, no, Pepsi Man's really cool. And hearing some of the thought process behind how he decided to do this. Also, it was Industrial Light and Magic that did an awful lot of the effects and CG. There was one bit, they were worried. Pepsi Man's doing like a dance, like a 1950s kind of twist thing. And they're like, we can't, and the Japanese dudes were like, no, you can't use motion capture for that. For frick's sake. They're like, why? And it turns out the only motion capture 3D they'd ever seen was this dancing baby on Ally McBeal, which was just awfully done CG. And they're like, no, trust us, we'll make this work. And they did, it actually looks pretty decent. Because, you know, ILM's known for producing decent looking effects. I died the same way again. You're very confused by what Arby's was next to a Wawa and a Bojangles, so clearly you need to research. I mean, I think Arby's is pretty heavily international, or national at least. I know Bojangles isn't. I mean, I just don't know. What's up, Risky Fondue? How you doing? I'm successfully dying in the same spots over and over, which is a kind of success. Oh, this game one came in second. Huh. It's a well-made level for what it is. It's just a long-ass auto-scroller. I don't know why I keep jumping over it. It doesn't actually help. Let's look at the shell. I think I can. Potabo. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. I was hoping it'd actually run off the edge. It's funnier that way. SMRPG is one long-ass auto-scroller. I think I disagree. But there's just some who do not JRPG, and that's just fine. Mario RPG is a good JRPG, though. It's not that long, either. Even if you don't know what you're doing, it's possible to beat it in a fairly... You can beat it in, like, one sitting if you're really determined. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. No! Not good enough. Found the 70-minute Pepsi. Yeah, feel free to drop a link to that here if you want. I imagine other people would want to see it. Mario and Luigi games are better than Mario RPG. You know, I tried playing the Mario and Luigi games. I just never got into them. I tried one of them, and it just didn't work for me. But I'm happy to replay Mario RPG any day of the week. I just like it. I think they're neat. There is a new Mario and Luigi game that just like came out like yesterday or something. I just keep barely missing things. I like this strat well enough. Does depend a bit on the Bullet Bill being nice, but you know. Superstar Saga and Inside Story your favorites? Remember seeing Inside Story when it was like about to come out, watching like the trailer and stuff. It did look fun. And at least a unique environment. But I just love the aesthetics. There's something about SGI pre-render stuff that I just love. Feels like home kind of thing. I cannot get away from this area without getting hit. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Fine, this is fine. Wait for the third Podobo hit. Go. Podo go. Podobo go to the poles. Okay. We'll save for a little while. Wait for the Podobo. Dream Team is pretty long. I feel like Brothership might be even longer. The art in SMRG is cool. Never cared much for the Dream Team. Like Luigi. Yeah, no, just there's something about the styling. And I really wish I had the correct vocabulary to articulate why I like the styling so well. I think part of it is like you can just do a lot better camera angles in pre-render stuff than you could in real things because you can cheat. Like when you give people full control of the camera, they're going to do all sorts of gnarly things and get into weird places. In pre-renders, there's no control of the camera. You see what you see. The game has complete control of that. And somehow smushing it to like a palette of 256 colors also works so well somehow. I mean, this is more of a case for like Baldur's Gate 2 than Mario RPG, but... Okay, try a different strategy here. It feels... Nope, missed it. This is fine. Revert to old strat, which works just fine. Old Bill. Are you... I jumped on the Bullet Bill, which kept me from getting it. Brothership didn't have so much dialogue. I feel the battle system in Mario and Luigi is amazing. If you're lower level, you can win by being good at dodging and counter system. It's very active. In Mario RPG, most of the time you can't avoid damage and have to sit and watch yourself getting hit by enemies. They changed that in the remake. They made it so almost everything is blockable. I think there's still like a few things that aren't blockable, but almost everything is blockable now. They vastly increased the number, like spells of a lot of stripes are now. So maybe you would actually enjoy it more now. I don't think it was ever frame perfect, but it definitely came down to frames. But they also gave you a lot of partial credit, which was nice. Yeah, the remake does some stuff with that I think is pretty appealing. I think the biggest problem with the remake is like the extra content just isn't that interesting. But it's one of those, how could you make the extra content all that interesting kind of problems. Just like, you're already hit level cap, we can't really make the bosses that much harder. Johnny was definitely the hardest of the bonus bosses, because you couldn't use anything. Oh yeah, the new secret fight was very cool, yeah. I don't want to spoil that too much, but yeah, that fight was actually legitimately good and incredibly difficult. Like, it took a lot of time. I'm just gonna leave him be. He's happy where he's doing. It's the most successful I've ever been getting there. Boink. That's another case where I'm losing my mushroom because I got hit in a really bad spot. I could have waited another cycle. Would have been fine. But nope, had to go for it. Okay, we're at the part where I fail now. I think I just need to jump a little bit lower. Start the jump a little bit lower. See, at least HeroSoft admits it's messed up. I mean, an awful lot of my things are being more successful than previously. If I'd held on... In fact, if I could just hold on to a power-up, I could just waltz through that spot. But nope. At least the auto-scroll stops. True. I was playing one of the VLDC levels, and I had one of those, like, weird moments where it started an auto-scroller and then stopped an auto-scroller, and I had no idea why. And, like, you could easily say, well, just weird first-time creator nonsense, but no, this was OEO. OEO knows how to make levels and stuff in a vanilla context. And knows it quite well. Good Old Days hacks are really good. I mean, I moderated the first one. Haven't played the other ones, but I have to imagine the quality has only increased. If you like OLDC, VLDC style gimmick hacks, where the gimmick has to be something in the game and figured out that way, you will like Good Old Days. Definitely embraces weird. No, 100%. Like, what was the second level had to do with, like, weird entries into pipes? Like, that was a weird level. And Louie's like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually use this trick. Because it had something to do with, like, shells and how you enter pipes. It was something really weird, at least to me. And apparently to Louie, and Louie's seen a lot of weird SMW stuff. Oh, no, not again. The drop box in the maze. At least I'm getting better at this part. But yeah, I've liked OEO's levels. I think there was one level that he did for QLDC that I didn't particularly care for. And the gimmick of that level was just enjoy the static on your screen every, like, 5 seconds. And that was physically painful with the projector. But that's not what most people are playing on. I have to assume most people these days are probably playing on laptops. I also had internet issues when I was streaming that, if I recall correctly. I managed to avoid the point of the shell. But yeah, OEO's level for OLDC, or for DLDC this year was really good, with the sports theme. It was also very long. But I had good setups and was actually pretty fun. I ended up playing through the bonus chess section. To get the moon, as is very traditional with VLDC, one must get the moon. Dang it, the bullet got me. I thought I'd be able to get away from the chuck, but the bullet got me. Right. Cool, weird, long. Add hard. Yes, definitely add hard. Didn't even realize. Oh, that... Right. Wait, no, that wasn't done by me. I was just noting that the italics part was not in my client. Okay. Alright, don't need that. I failed at pushing the B button. Alright, well. It's not over yet. This attempt is over because I got slipperied. It is, in fact, an icy level. I don't know why I keep kicking icy things. In fact, the level that pissed me off most in VLDC was an icy level. But it also wasn't an auto-scroller, so I can't complain as much. God, imagine if that level was an auto-scroller. Ugh. One of those, I was amazed at how high that level scored, but then I looked at it and realized there was exactly one judge that just absolutely loved it, and everyone else was like, this is unenjoyably difficult. It's one of those cases where, quite literally, I think that if the hacker just added a single checkpoint, then it would have solved an awful lot of problems with the level. It was mostly just there's an awful lot of little fiddly bits that are really hard to pull off in a row. Like, after the one tile, the jump directly between two lava lotuses after you slide off a thing and have to go across a bunch of different Super Koopas. Like, that would have been a nice spot for a checkpoint. Level also kind of peters out a bit near the end. I don't know why we chose Peter as the term there. Like, Peter's out. Why not Paul's out? Or James out, you know? Why is it Peter? Oh, doing the step product will be a problem since breakdown. I mean, the easy way to fix that is basically have an auto-scroll sprite on entry. Like, people have done this. You have a pipe somewhere in the middle and then it brings it, but... Assuming this is, like, not... Yeah, it's possible to do, but it is annoying, I'll grant you that. Okay. Okay, why was I waiting? Potobo. Poto go. Ignore him. Wait. Wait. Okay, well... Okay. Alright. Okay, we're in brand new territory. With a surprising number of new sprites, for some reason. Why didn't we have the shoe in the earlier part of the level? For these things. How is this level still going? At least it's not icy anymore. Oh, just get me out of here. 14. This is the special auto-scroller that moves up and down, be harder to count for you. Yes, it's true, but you could pick... Yeah, I guess that'd be true, yeah. That'd be annoying. Yeah, I can't argue that. Oh. Yeah, that was 45 minutes of my life. In the same auto-scrollery section. That was hard. I made it hard in spots, but also the structure of it, the way it... Oh. No. Why would I do that again? I'm not doing that again. Hilarious, no. Need a custom sprite for that start in the middle. Yeah, that's true. It'd be possible. I don't know if Kixune would do that. Be an ASMer. I don't know enough of the FR peeps to know. But no, we're not doing that again. We beat it. That was enough for me. Now let's go on the level and enjoy the music. Yeah, no. Interesting level. Difficult. I did notice that the timer starts at 420. I was amused.